The goal of this lesson is to find slope and y-intercept from any equation. And we really like equations when they're in this form, slope-intercept form, because it allows us to easily see where is the slope of this equation next to x, and what's the y-intercept, whatever value is being added. But how can we tell what the slope and y-intercept are when the equation is not in slope-intercept form? Here's our notes. In order to do this, we need to convert the equation to slope-intercept form by solving for y. We're going to solve each equation for y, which means y will be isolated. Secondly, we also want the x term, mx, to come first. So that way we can see slope comes first, then the y-intercept is the last number. So we're going to walk through 4 quick examples of how to determine the slope and y-intercept of each equation. And just recall that in order to solve for y, some helpful steps is to split the equation so that I remember each equal sign has 2 sides, and we want y to be all by itself on one side. So I'm looking at example 1 and I see y minus 2 equals negative 3x. So to get rid of that negative 2, I'm going to think opposite. Minus 2, opposite of minus 2 should be plus 2. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Now when I look at this equation, 2 plus a negative 2, because I can't add 2 plus y. So using the commutative property in my head, I'm going to say 2 plus negative 2, well, these end up going to 0. I don't need to write 0, so the only thing left on the left is y equals, and then bringing everything down on the right, I get negative 3x plus 2. My equation is now in slope-intercept form. I see my slope is next to x, my slope is negative 3. My y-intercept is 2, whatever value is being added. Example 2 similar in the sense that, well, I split the equal sign. I have 2 sides. I notice on the left I see y. I want to get that alone. So I want to get rid of the plus 1/2 x. Plus 1/2 x. Think opposite. Minus 1/2 x. Or plus negative 1/2 x. And recall that once I do it to the left side, I have to do it to the right. Simplifying here, now I see I have opposites again. Negative 1/2 x plus positive 1/2 x. Those add to 0. I'm left again with y equals. And I have 0 plus negative 1/2 x. Anytime I have addition, the commutative property allows me to switch the order of these two terms. So I can rewrite this as negative 1/2 x plus 0, which I don't really need to write. Now I can see from my equations in slope-intercept form, my slope is negative 1/2. And when I don't see the y-intercept, that means that it's equivalent to adding 0. Okay? And we start to get the idea here. We're going to use inverse operations in each case, in each example, to isolate y. So let's do that in example 3. I see y's right here. I want to isolate it again. 4x plus 3y equals 24. I want to get rid of the 4x. I want to get rid of the 3. 4x plus 3y. 4x plus 3y. Think opposite. Add the opposite. Add negative 4x to each side. Again, we get opposites add to 0. Now I'm left with 3y. I'm going to have to do a little bit more work. And again, I can switch this order to help myself out. I always like the x term to come first. Negative 4x plus 24. And lastly, I want to get rid of the 3. So this is something new in this video. So 3 times y, think opposite, divide. 3, divide by 3. Divide by 3. Once I divide something by 3, divide a term by 3. I must divide every term by 3. 3y divided by 3 is just 1y. I'm going to leave this as a improper fraction, negative 4x over 3, because I can't simplify that like I can the next fraction. 24 over 3, 24 divided by 3 is 8. My equation is in slope-intercept form, so my slope is negative 4/3. My y-intercept is 8. And last equation is close to slope-intercept form on the left, because there's only negative 2 times y. But on the right side, I want to actually use the distributive property and distribute the 6 throughout my parentheses. Well, maybe I want to change this to a plus negative. Okay. Remember, distributive means multiplication. 6 times 5 is 30. Keep my equal sign here. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times negative 3x. 6 times negative 3x should give us negative 18x. And I'm still left with negative 2y. We haven't done anything on the left yet. But let's do something on the left now. On the left side of the equation, just like above, I had 3 times y. Here I have negative 2 times y. So, think opposite. I divided by 3 here. I'm going to divide by negative 2 here. And notice I'm not switching the x yet. You don't have to do this first. You don't have to do it last. It's whatever preference you want. Negative 2y divided by negative 2 gives us positive 1y. There's our y equals. We're looking good. Positive 30 divided by negative 2 is a negative 15. Plus negative 18 divided by negative 2. Negative 18x, I'm sorry. Negative 18x divided by negative 2 gives us a positive 9x. And now I'm just going to switch the order so I can see exactly what is slope, which is 9 times x plus negative 15. And now I can see my slope is 9, my y-intercept is negative 15. So those are 4 quick examples just to get you started on the next page, which is any equation we want to be able to identify slope and y-intercept. And our hint is, make it into slope-intercept form. Thanks for watching.